you, Madam Speaker. And I rise this evening to put on the record my first opening of a centre, Madam Speaker, which was the Trades Training Centre at the CDU TAFE College at the Charles Darwin University, Casuarina campus. And it was back on the 10th of April, and it was quite a fantastic event. It was a pleasure to be there. And as I said, to officially open the fantastic new Trades Training Centre as an ex-tradie, I couldn't have thought of a more apt person to be doing that for them. So trades training, I have spoken about that in the House here many times, but trade training is not about just learning how to hold a hammer for them or wire up a switchboard. It's about rebuilding the territory, strengthening our workforce and making sure we have the skilled hands we need both now and well into our future. And we all know that the back of the NT is built on the back of hard-working tradies, and we certainly need more of them. The new Trade Training Centre is a game changer for CDU TAFE. It'll boost training capacity, expand existing facilities and equip students with the tools, both literal and figurative, to become the next generation of skilled, agile and capable workers. And I learnt what an industrial sandpit was, Madam Speaker. They had a sandpit there, and I presumed it wasn't just for, you know, playing around at little lunch or big lunch for the tradies that go there. So that was, I learnt something new that day. With construction being such a massive part of the NT economy, we know firsthand how painful a shortage of skilled workers can be. Local businesses are crying out, as we know, for trained professionals, and that this facility, the new Trade Training Centre, will certainly help fill that gap. There was a recent announcement of 170 free TAFE places in construction and the housing sector, and there has never been a better time to roll up your sleeves and get into trade training. Congratulations to the Vice-Chancellor, the TAFE CEO and staff for their work on this project. And it also ties nicely, Madam Speaker, into the announcement of the extension of the 30 and 50,000 housing grants along with the payroll tax relief for business, free TAFE places for students and a renewed focus on vet training. So there are many, many reasons to start and get into a trade. And as the Minister for Education and Training, I couldn't think of a better way to go for students to have a meaningful pathway into employment. We know that tradies will never be without work. Doesn't matter where they go, probably in the world, Madam Speaker, but certainly in Australia, tradies will always be out there getting a job in whatever field they aspire to be in. As a family of tradies, my husband, myself, my 3 children, we are all tradies. And I can guarantee you, Madam Speaker, if I choose to give up this job, whenever that might be, I know that I can always go back and fall on my trade, as any tradie would. There is never a shortage of work. So it was an absolute pleasure to open my first building, and given that it was the CDU Trade Training Centre, I was very honoured to do that. Thank you, Madam Speaker.